Time for a little install today. We're going to take a look at play action and show you how you can use it across the board just by tagging routes. And it's coming up right now. Hey everybody, welcome to Elite Athletes TV. I'm Mike Pawlawski, former 11-year pro and quarterbacks coach here at EliteAthletesTV.com. Today, we're going to install a little play action package synonymous with the West Coast offense used across the board in many offenses. This is what's going to be called Fox 2 or Hound 2 protection, but it's a slide protection very similar to the slide protection or half slide that I did the video on a little while ago. And if you didn't get a chance to see that video, I'll put a card up here and I will put a link down in the description section down below. But we are talking about how you can use one single concept in terms of pass protection here and use it across the board with several different plays. We're going to take a look at my NFL playbook. We're going to draw up some plays, show you how they're interchangeable, and show you how you can be versatile in the play action game. First, if you love football, if you love talking about developing offense, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. That way you get notified every time we have new content coming out. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to pick up and improve your play action game. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Any questions on this video or any of my other videos, send me a note. I'll be happy to help you out. And remember, share this video out. Friends, family, teammates, coaches, anybody who you think could help. Our goal at Elite Athletes TV, along with myself and all of our various Olympic gold medalists, world champions, Major League Baseball, NFL, strength coaches, all of us are here to try to help young athletes improve at the game. Now, let's take a look at play action, and let me show you why this is so versatile. So, Hound 2 or 3 dancer, you see right up here, up top. You notice that formation is strong right change, and I'll tell you why that is. Hound 2 and Fox 2 are essentially the same exact protection. The difference being that in Hound 2, your halfback and your fullback have changed positions. Normally, and this is actually a mistake in this book, the fullback is behind the quarterback and the halfback is the offset back. This is the old West Coast style system. You saw Joe Montana run for years. Sam Weich was my head coach here, and they would run that lead sweep around the outside with Rathman blocking for Roger Craig. They would run their lead draw out of this. So that's the way that this offense was set. The mistake here is this should be the halfback if you're going to be running Hound 2 or Hound 3. But they misprinted it. They made it the fullback. So you can see even NFL playbooks have mistakes. But essentially, I talked about that slide protection or half slide last week. This is the same exact protection for the big guys up front. They don't care. They have the same exact rules. You're going to start your slide at the first uncovered man. So let's just call this a base 4-3, where you have an end, tackle, nose, end, right? You have a Mike backer inside, you have a Sam backer over here, and you have a Will backer over here. All you're going to do is the first uncovered man, in this case the center, is going to be the start of a slide protection. So you're going to block here, tackle on end, guard on tackle, and then your slide starts with the center. And so these 3 guys are going to be responsible for taking those 3 guys. Now, in the old half slide with the single back, the tailback, or halfback in this case, had a 1 to 2 check. But now you have the fullback in the back, so you're eliminating that 1 to 2 check. Now your halfback is checking Mike, and your fullback is checking Sam, and then they release into their routes. So instead of having a single back checking Mike to Sam, now you're going to get halfback inside, fullback outside, and increase the likelihood of getting at least one of your backs out into the route. The main play that they have drawn up here is what Sam used to call dancer. Dancer was our 3 vertical concept, and the reason he called it dancer is because the go routes we're going to dance in the end zone. You can see versus cover 2, we're going to throw that middle read. The Y, tight end in this case, is going to have that vertical read versus cover 2. So if you have strong safety, free safety, you're going to run that middle read, Y, down the middle of the field. If you're on the hash, say you're on the left hash here, you're going to work the safety on the hash side and use a horizontal stretch on him. If he stays inside, you throw this ball. If he gets wide, you throw that middle read. And that's the shot that you're really looking for if you can get it. Put it right over the backers into that hole in cover 2. Perfect to go. And you can see the note here. I've told you guys several times. Never throw it deeper than 22 yards downfield. That ball's in the air too long, gives the safeties an opportunity to make a play. So that's versus middle field open, cover 2. If you get middle field closed, free safeties in the middle, he's going to pull up and make an 18-yard hook route over the ball. It gives you an opportunity to go somewhere. Now, versus cover 3, you also have the opportunity to throw these go routes if you have a matchup somewhere that you like it on the outside. It's a take a shot play. So you can see progression here, X and Z away from rotation. So whichever way they're going to rotate their coverage, you're going to pick that receiver and throw it away. Or if you like a matchup against cover 3, cover 1, something like that, you're going to go ahead and make that throw on timing. Then you go to middle read. We just drew that up versus cover 2. He's going to take that middle versus cover 3, free safety in the middle of the field. He's going to hook that up. Fullback check through. And so you can see here, if you're working that cover 2 read, safety over the top, corner in the flat, safety takes the middle. Now you're high-lowing this corner. If he gets depth on that route and sinks with it, now you hit that flat. If he comes up to play that flat, now you've got a soft spot throw here. Then, of course, you always have your check down over the ball. So that's Dancer. You can see a bunch of stuff here. Audible, Hound 2, Hound 3. You can check protection, just like we talked about before, and it doesn't change anything in terms of the receiver's routes. Offensive line would just slide the opposite way. In our playbook, we had this same exact pass protection called 64 and 65, and all you did was forego the fake here. Hound 2, Fox 2, you're really faking that draw play on the inside and then driving for depth. You can see 7 steps here. But in 64, 65, you could throw all kinds of different routes. You could call short 64, 65, which equals 5 steps. You could call 364, 365, though we didn't use it very often, and you could run your underneath game with your 3-step stuff. Now, come down below, and you see Hound 3, Z Dover. And so we've switched formation strength, Y to the left, Z on the outside. And again, we're running Hound, so this should be the H, this should be the fullback. But you're running what we call the Dover concept for deep over. It's really dagger for West Coast guys. You have somebody clearing through that middle, running that deep over, and then your Y has the climb route. And so for a quarterback, good play action fake here. Turn 7 steps, square downfield. If you have space because the linebacker's pulled up and read on run, you try to find either in that first window, about 2 yards inside the numbers. If you have somebody flying out, second window will be directly behind that defender. If you don't like any of that because the linebackers are too deep, then you have your check downs on your routes underneath or your Y. So all of that built into the route. Play action plays into your reads and keys as a quarterback, but classic play in the NFL, throwing that deep crosser off that dagger concept. Then you have Hound 2, drag hook, pretty simple, just like it sounds. You have strong right change, Jesse left, so wing coming in that motion across. He's going to run the drag in this case. You're going to have the hook over the top of it. You're running a high, low out to that hook side. Then you make that read, and you can always come back, and your tight end has a middle read. Sit down over the ball, find an open space. If you don't like that, check down. Remember, check down, check down, check down has kept a lot of quarterbacks playing for a lot of years. So you can see just off that Hound 2 protection, that's 3 plays, but you can tag that with almost any route combination you want to, that you're going to get the backs involved, that you have deeper routes, any type of play action off that lead draw series, off the Hound series. As a quarterback, you can do it. If you want to forgo the fake, you can just call it 64-65, have the same exact protection in place. So really versatile, and I just wanted to introduce it so that people could kind of understand and think about that you're not locked into a single play. The action is the same, the protection is the same, but you can vary your plays around that protection and get the same type of pass pro for a quarterback, get the same look up front, but give an opposing team several different looks to look at. If you work in that digit system, all you do is number your routes off of that hound 2 action, off of the 64-65 action, and you've got a whole series of offensive plays that you can work with. So that's offensive football. I love talking quarterback play. I love doing quarterback training. If you like what we're doing here, if you love understanding, learning the game, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, give me a thumbs up if you understand how to use that lead draw action and run a bunch of plays off of it now. Leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you, and make sure you share this out. Teammates, coaches, friends, family, anybody who loves football, fans will love this stuff. So I appreciate you watching. Got some quarterback training in. Hopefully we improve your football skills and your football IQ to make you a better player.